Georgia City Council votes to require gun ownership.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
The city council in a small North Georgia town voted Monday night to make gun ownership mandatory unless you object. Council members at Nelson, a city about 1,300 residents that's located 50 miles of North Atlanta, voted unanimously to approve the Family Protection Ordinance. The measure requires every head of household to own a gun and ammunition to provide for the emergency management of the city and to provide for and protect the safety and security and general welfare of the city and its inhabitants.
Time to move.
They said not that every household must go out and purchase a gun. The ordinance exempts convicted felons. Oh, thank you so kindly, for not making me break the law in some way. And those who suffer from certain physical and mental disabilities, as well as anyone who objects to gun ownership. The ordinance also doesn't include any penalty for those who don't comply. So basically, you're just being dicks.
Yeah, so you don't have to buy a gun if you don't want to.
But you have to buy a gun.
But you have to buy a gun.
Right. It's on the record.
You buy a gun.
That you need to, and if you don't buy a gun, there's no penalty.
You know what? I want to see I want to see their crime rates. If everyone's gonna be armed to the teeth, then isn't it just like an anthropological study or whatever? And just, we're looking at what happens if everybody's armed because people have people that talk about it.
I feel like
they're blue in the face.
I feel like I actually, I might have been like there. Like I almost feel like as if I heard exactly what was happening in that room. I feel as if it was like almost psychically pushed into my brain. Like someone was like, all right guys, I got an idea. Why don't we make it mandatory for everybody to own guns? But sir, I don't think we can make that. Okay. I have an idea. Why don't we it's mandatory unless you have some sort of mental disability. or you are some sort of convicted convict. But what if you just don't want to own a gun? This is America. We can't force me. All right. I got an idea. What if we make it mandatory, but it's not really mandatory? Why don't we make it mandatory, but not really mandatory? So it's on our record, it says that it's mandatory, but not really mandatory. So then what happens? Nothing. We go about our business.
We've just been sitting around.
We go about there, but now we are on the record so that they can't take our guns away. Cause they're trying. They're trying to take our guns away.
Making everybody have a gun.
So we're gonna make everybody have a gun unless you don't really want to have a gun, then you don't have to have a gun. But everybody have to have one.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I'm telling you, that's the exact conversation, and I would bet money that's the conversation that happened, and that's the voice that the guy had.
Well, cause I mean, they can't, and the thing is, guns aren't like $10. Guns are expensive. So you're gonna force someone to fork over like $350 for a Glock?
Oh, God, I just explained to you, madam, that you don't actually have to buy it. You just have to have one. You just don't have to have one. I thought I just explained it. I don't understand. This is crystal clear.
So are you going to give away guns to people who don't have them?
What?
But would like to comply with the law?
That's socialism.
Commercial. I'm going right to commercial.
That's not socialism. I don't believe in socialism. I'm just saying that you have to have a gun. Unless you don't want to have one, then you don't have to have one. But it's mandatory. America.